an experimental bit for myself, if that's okay with y'all.
Yeah.
Woo! So I mentioned I have been in like a depressive state. I'm coming out of it. I am uncuffing it. Thank you. Every time that I'm in a depressive state, like I get a new symptom of depression, which is kind of fun. And this most recent one, or that the only like sensory things that I could take in were Big Little Lies, which is not bad. But then ragtime music? No, I know. The brain, she fucks. So anyway, so I got really into ragtime. I learned about this ragtime. They all have like crazy names. But my favorite one is this dude named Jelly Roll Morton. And so I really got it in my head that if you tell me your favorite donut, I can give you the ragtime name you didn't know you needed. So, someone shout out your favorite donut flavor.
Strawberry frosting.
Strawberry frosting, I heard that. Okay, you are, okay. Red milkshake baby boop. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna do one more.
Chocolate.
I hear Boston cream because we're making eye contact. Okay, Boston cream. Oh, I love it. Okay, don't take offense to this, but white supreme mimi. Should we do one more? Or have we had enough? Okay, one more. Chocolate glaze. Okay. Oh yes. Okay. Chocolate glaze, and you are. Okay. Booty Brownie Butler. Beanie Baby Todd. Okay. All right. That's it. Thank you. Today was sort of it's been actually kind of a significant day for me because I came out to my mom today. A huge pause. Okay, because two things. Well, first I did it because this is like my first Pride in the United States as like an out queer person, which is exciting. Thank you. But it is also like I'm dating a white man, so yeah. I hear that. That's why I said don't clap. So, but I was like, it's really important to me that like I want to feel my queerness more palpatably, and like telling my family feels like a really important first step. The other thing is that I've told my mom before, so, and the thing about the one that today's conversation is that I still don't know if she knows that I'm queer. And I don't know how this keeps happening. The first time I was just like to my parents, like I'd gone through a really bad breakup and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna date men and women, and they're both like, haha. And then I did it, and then today on the phone, we were just talking about like my living situation, and here's the thing, is that this woman that I used to hook up with is moving into my current boyfriend's bedroom. Yeah, he's moving out, but it's still, yeah, so I was telling my mom this, I was like, yeah, my ex, blah, 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 and she was like, oh, who is that? And I was like, oh, her name's Claire, and she's like, huh. And then she was like, oh, is that a biological thing? And I was like, what question is that? But then she was like, I mean, my mom's like amazing. She's a Kenyan immigrant, so like, you know, she puts the pieces together in the way that she can, and she was like, what was the thing? This is why I'm not sure she got it, because she was sort of like, how early on did you know? Like those sorts of questions, and I was trying to describe like how it was weird, like I misidentified a lot of like romantic feelings for women as friendships growing up, because I was also attracted to men and all of that, and then she ended with being like, yeah, I think that if we were all on an island and there were no men. So, jury's still out if she knows that I'm queer. She also, a couple weeks ago, I was supposed to go home, and my mom texted me. I'm from Yonkers, and my mom texted me and was like, hey, can you bring some sage back for me? And I was like, I live in Bushwick, of course. But why, Mom? And she was like, so here's the fun thing. My Nana is a voodoo high priestess now. So, again, the reactions. Wait till you hear why. And so I was like, why do you want to bring sage? Because my Nana hates my mom. And so I guess a couple of weeks ago, my family all got together, big mistake, for my cousin's graduation. And my Nana was talking about. So my Nana moved to Miami like a year and a half ago. She could be closer to Haiti, and like she's been talking about how much she loves Miami. Like she loves her boyfriend Mario. She goes out partying every night until 2 a.m. Or like, yes, Nana. We learned, or my mom learned at my cousin's graduation, that these parties are actually just like voodoo rituals and like spiritual gatherings. And she was showing my mom videos, and she shows my mom this video of a man macheteing himself in the stomach. Yeah. And my mom is like, "You took this?" And my Nana's like, "Yeah." So yeah, my mom is like extremely stressed that my Nana is just hexing our whole life around, which is not unfair. But it did remind me, like, my Nana, I'm half Haitian and half Kenyan. Both of my parents are white. It's okay. And, like, growing up, my Nana sort of dabbled in voodoo, and I remember, like, one time when my grandfather died, I was in high school, and that was, like, I think the only time that I've ever really seen my Nana possessed. But it was, like, a crazy situation because my Nana died, and she couldn't get in contact with anyone in our family except my mom because, well, the rest of my family is like flaky as fuck, but my dad was at Six Flags having the time of his life with his phone locked in the car because he didn't want it getting damaged on the rides. So yeah, his dad died, and he's like, "Woo, I'm taking it home." Anyway, so then my mom has to go to Queens to like help her out, and this is my mom telling me this, but my Nana is so petty and so bitter about that as soon as my mom shows up, she like goes into a possessive state and like can't communicate. So my mom has to like try and like talk to all the first responders and like coax her and like figure that whole situation out. And then again at the funeral, she showed up late, which is on brand, and walked in, I think was like a little bit embarrassed, and then again like goes into a possessive state and is like screaming on the floor, blah blah, and I'm watching this high out of my fucking mind because I'm loaded on Oxycontin because no one had thought to reschedule my wisdom tooth removal surgery. Yeah, so my Nana's like doing her thing, and I'm just like, oh my god! And that's all I have on Nana Voodoo bit. How much time do I have left? 3 minutes. Oh, amazing! Okay, I'm gonna talk about this thing that I've been doing lately. It's called reverse colonizing. Thank you. Y'all know about like decolonizing, you know, like getting rid of like toxic whiteness in your spaces. Reverse colonizing is oppressing white people. Yeah, I mean we're not against the oppression of whites, right? Okay, we're on the same page. The safe space for most of us. And I've been doing this for about a year and a half, and the bit is that it doesn't work, you know? I tried reverse colonizing a yoga studio, played myself. I just ended up spending a bunch of time with white women who worship Gwyneth Paltrow's clit. Not particularly fun. And then one time I was in the yoga studio, and these two white women come in, and they're like, one of them is like, "Oh, I've just had the worst day. I woke up late. I've been rushing all over the place. You know, I finally get it together. Me and my 3-year-old, we just O.J. Simpson out the door." I'm like, "Is that 3-year-old like it?" It's like, okay, is there a new code that we missed out on? You know, like, are we Colin Kaepernicking to tie our shoes now? Like, what is going on there? I most recently tried to reverse colonize hiking, which kind of fucked to begin with because no one should have colonized the earth, you know, in the first place, but somebody did, so I'm taking it back. Extremely hard to do. I was in Colorado. I was like, I'm gonna go to the Red Rocks and do this. I was in Colorado, so I also took an edible and went. And like everyone there had been doing the thing, like they showed up with like the shoes and like the string backpacks, and I pulled up to this hike with 2 totes filled with Doritos, mangoes, and my laptop so I could watch movies. Because I know how to hike. And so I'm out in the Red Rocks. The high kicks in, the dehydration kicks in, the paranoia kicks in. I FaceTime my best friend who's here, and she's like, "You did what? Where?" And I'm like, "Oh fuck. I am surrounded by dust and white people. I'm in serious danger." So no, Solange, it's okay. I pull out my notes app, and I'm like, I'll just make a list of every suspicious person who walks by me. I'm gonna airdrop it to the local sheriff. And that, my friends, why reverse